Hormesis has become one of the most exciting ideas in modern longevity research, and what makes it so positive is that it reframes stress from something purely harmful into something that, in small doses, can actually extend life and strengthen resilience. The principle of hormesis is simple but powerful. When the body is exposed to mild, manageable stressors, whether it's exercise, fasting, heat, or cold, it doesn't break down but instead adapts, activating repair systems that make it stronger and more resistant to aging. This idea turns our understanding of health upside down, showing that comfort and ease are not always what sustain us, and that sometimes growth and longevity come from challenge. One of the clearest examples of hormesis is exercise. Physical activity temporarily stresses muscles, the cardiovascular system, and even the mitochondria that power our cells. But instead of causing harm, this stress triggers adaptive responses. Muscles grow stronger, the heart pumps more efficiently, and mitochondria increase in both number and performance. Over time, these adaptations lead to improved endurance, better metabolism, and reduced risk of chronic disease. This is why exercise is consistently linked with longer lifespan and healthier aging. It is the perfect example of how short-term stress creates long-term strength. Fasting and caloric restriction operate under the same principle. When the body experiences brief periods without food, it activates protective pathways that would otherwise remain dormant. Cells begin to recycle damaged components through a process called autophagy, improving cellular efficiency and reducing the buildup of waste that contributes to aging. At the same time, fasting can improve insulin sensitivity, balance metabolism, and reduce inflammation, all of which support longevity. What's inspiring here is that fasting is not about deprivation but about activating ancient survival mechanisms that make the body more resilient. By practicing intermittent fasting or simply spacing out meals, people can stimulate these beneficial stress responses without extreme effort. Cold exposure and heat exposure also highlight the beauty of hormesis. Brief dips in cold water, cold showers, or time in saunas may seem uncomfortable, but studies show they can boost circulation, reduce inflammation, and activate stress response proteins that protect cells against damage. Cold exposure, for instance, stimulates brown fat, a type of fat that burns energy and helps regulate metabolism. Sauna use, on the other hand, has been associated with improved cardiovascular health and lower risks of dementia. These practices show that even environmental stressors can be turned into tools for longevity when applied wisely and in moderation. What makes hormesis such a hopeful concept is its accessibility. Unlike medical interventions or expensive therapies, these mild stressors are available to almost everyone. Walking outside in cooler weather, engaging in a vigorous workout, trying time-restricted eating, or even practicing breath-hold exercises are all examples of hormetic stress that can be integrated into daily life. They cost nothing, yet they stimulate some of the body's most powerful defense systems. This accessibility gives people direct agency over their health and longevity, proving that small, consistent practices can unlock the body's natural resilience. The biological mechanisms behind hormesis also offer reason for optimism. Mild stress triggers the production of protective proteins, antioxidant enzymes, and repair molecules that shield the body against more serious insults later on. It's like a rehearsal. By exposing cells to small challenges, we train them to withstand bigger ones. Over time, this process reduces the accumulation of damage that drives aging, helping tissues and organs function longer and more effectively. This insight shows that longevity is not about avoiding all forms of stress, but about cultivating the right kind of stress that teaches the body how to endure. Another uplifting dimension of hormesis is its psychological parallel. Just as the body grows stronger when exposed to challenges, the mind and spirit also grow through manageable stress and effort. Whether it's learning a new skill, practicing resilience in the face of setbacks, or pushing past discomfort in meditation or training, these small struggles shape a stronger, more adaptable self. The philosophy of hormesis then becomes more than a biological concept. It becomes a way of living that embraces growth through challenge and finds strength in difficulty. Ultimately, hormesis and longevity research tell a story that is both empowering and deeply human. Our bodies are not fragile machines that fall apart with age, but dynamic systems designed to adapt, grow, and strengthen when challenged. By engaging with mild stressors in a thoughtful, balanced way, We awaken ancient survival pathways that protect us from disease and extend our vitality. The hopeful truth is that aging does not have to mean inevitable decline. By leaning into small discomforts, we can build a future where the body and mind remain resilient, energetic, and ready to thrive across the years.